Okay, this is a very brief video just to show you how I like to make coffee in an Aeropress. Now I do it differently to the way they say on the packaging, but there's a lot of guides like this on the internet, so you know your mileage may vary. So the things we're going to need for this: mug, obviously, the various parts of the Aeropress funnel, spoon, coffee, and a filter disc. And when you select your mug, it's important that you get a mug where the grilled area won't fall in. See, so that's why I use this specific mug for making coffee. Now, what we're going to do first is make sure we've got everything ready. We've got our kettle filled with fresh water, not reboiled. We pop our filter in there, and we get our paper filter and put it on the top, just there. We then boil the kettle, and once that's come to the boil, we put 3 minutes on the timer, and we pour the boiling water into the mug. Now what you want to do is just use a little bit, pour it over the filter until the mug's about half full. And what we're doing here is we're both preheating the mug and we're just cleaning the filter of any loose fibres, anything, any little nasties, things that we don't really want in our coffee. And the purpose for the 3 minutes is to let the water in the kettle cool down to a temperature that won't scald the coffee. If you use boiling water, it will ruin the coffee and you're wasting your time. We're going to assemble everything else. So we put the two parts of the Aeropress together, just about 1 centimetre in, get it kind of level, and then we're going to stand it, what you would assume is now upside down. This is called the inverted method for a lot of people. Funnel goes in the top. I can't tell if this is off shot, but there you go, get the idea. And then we use coffee. I'm using a medium fine ground of quite strong coffee, and because I like my coffee strong, I'm going to use 2 scoops. It's going to make a full cup. I'm going to use 2 scoops. That just pops right in there. I've also got the Aeropress stirrer here. I find this perfectly acceptable. It's less aggressive on the rubber and the Aeropress and everything than a metal spoon would be, so I always use this from habit. And it's also really easy to clean. So we're now going to go to a brief jump cut. So what we're going to do now is we're going to make our coffee. Now, there we go. This is timed, sort of, but I just do it at a certain pace and it all goes about the same way. So first of all, we're just going to hop the very hot coffee out of the way, take this front and centre. We've got our stirrer. We're going to use our kettle and just pour it in gently. What I like to do is rotate it slightly just to make sure it gets around the Aeropress a little bit, and when you're about ½ an inch from the top, centimetre from the top, give or take, I'm just going to give it a bit of a stir. Just break up any lumps of coffee, a very gentle stir, try not to get anything spilt over the top. Just a few seconds. You'll know when it's worked because there won't be any clumps. The Aeropress stir is very good for getting into the corners at the bottom. Now that's done and that's sufficiently stirred up, we don't need the stir anymore. And we're just going to top it up with the kettle. As far as you dare. I go quite close to the top. Just sit there. You might see it bloom ever so slightly. And then what we're going to do is take the cleaned filter and pop it on top, just like that, and give it a nice firm twist. We don't need this anymore. This is our contaminated water. We're going to chuck that. And then we're going to do the press. So with this, it's just a smooth turn, and then I like to do a little spin, just kind of freeze up any coffee that may have settled anywhere, and then straight away we're just going to get on with the press. Now what I like to do is use my body weight, the weight of my arms and hands really, just to guide this down. It can take anywhere between 15 and 30 seconds depending on who you are and how hard you lean on it. And when you're done, you should have pretty consistent coffee. So what I like to do is I like to really lean on it and get every last bit out of it. But for some people that'll make your coffee quite tart. I like it that way. That's your choice. If you want a milder coffee, if you're planning to put milk or cream, something of that nature in your coffee, then maybe don't lean on it quite so hard, but I like a strong coffee. So what you can see there is you can see nice dark rich coffee. And what you can do, in my case, I'm going to have it black, so I'm just going to top it up with a little bit just to make a full cup. And you're ready to go.